I've been documenting what life is like here in Appalachia for the families who live at Haven on the Hill, an off-grid camp for displaced Hurricane Helene survivors. It's been 6 months since the flood, and this is a raw, unfiltered look at how families are living off-grid and the struggles they face as they begin to rebuild their lives after the flood.
$30 pump right there, you get on Amazon. It's a hose that comes with it, and then it's got the device down there. I just put a rock on top of it, and it's constantly supplying water to the camper.
If you haven't already, feel free to check out my other videos to learn more about the camp's evolution and to hear the stories of the survivors who call it home. Today we're going to hear from Farmer James. So let's get started. Rainy day, cold and rainy up here at Haven on the Hill today.
Or Instacart, that's another one where you just go and talk to the
Septic's been put off for another day because of the rain. Inspector said you couldn't do it. Rain going on. So, not going to be able to get a whole lot of work done today either. Wind blew the porta potties over last night. 2 of them.
Hey, the camper's paying.
You like that? I think she's happy, Jeff.
Who's happy?
I got a Hyundai.
At one day, by God, who was
It's
it?
just me and Nova now, so we don't have a car. And
You sat over there.
I gotta provide for us. I gotta get working and stuff. So I mean, he's really changed our lives.
It might have been Doug.
Oh, you just...
This one here.
20 foot long.
Well,
The biggest.
I haven't had a car in years. It's really, really,
Awesome. That's
really
nice.
amazing. Yeah.
Who donated that?
I'm not sure.
Not sure who
Yeah,
donated it.
James knows the donors, I guess. Figure that out. That's gonna be our
That's
car. It's
awesome.
a mess today, but that's our car. That's our car.
Yeah. 3,500. That's awesome.
Good.
Making it happen. Making it happen.
Here, I'll give you these now. If they ain't got them out here, they won't get gas.
Some gas. How's it going, Davo? How did that wind do last night?
No, it was bad.
Shaking the trailer?
Huh?
Shaking the
Oh,
camper?
it was. It definitely was. Yeah, I'm gonna go tell people to come to get gas. And there he is right there. So they gotta hurry up or they won't get no gas.
Residents here rely on gas to power their generators, so each day, no matter the weather, they bring their empty gas cans to be refilled. It's a never-ending cycle, one of many daily challenges they face as they continue to rebuild and survive off-grid. And you are a volunteer. What all do you do for Haven on the Hill here?
I don't know, what is this, Mike?
Yeah.
I don't really do much. I just got in touch with James. I had come across a bathhouse and got it up to him, and been buying some cars and bringing them up to him and selling them to him. Had one donated. They raised the money and got us a battery for a Prius. Got it up here, and basically seeing what we can do to help, grow this community and make it bigger and try to basically improve humanity all around, I guess. Is more or less what we're trying to do.
Your name was?
Sam Poteet.
Another rainy day on the hill, Jeff.
So just
We're going to sum up the week so far now that you quit shivering. We're getting more cold rain, as usual, 4 seasons in a day. Today's been pretty busy. We had vehicles donated. We had vehicles bought by the Haven to give to individuals. We have our septic tank sitting on the ground waiting for the inspector tomorrow to point to the ground for where to put them in. We had more rain and windstorm last night, so we were cleaning up a mess all morning. But basically, it's been a pretty good week so far. We met with some federal and state people yesterday wanting to help people. And like I say, everybody thinks that we don't use the money that's donated to help the people, but we just bought 2 vehicles ourselves today to give to people. They see the GoFundMe account and they see the total, but they don't realize that's the total that's been raised since this began. It don't show what's been spent. Because I think the day that someone questioned about why we were holding on to that amount of money, I think the bank account was less than $8,000. But that's what the money goes for, is the people. We do everything from pay for their tags and titles if they can't. We'll pay for their car insurance to get them on their feet. We'll pay for their driver's license to get restored. And then we're still using the money for their daily things. We spend $200 or $300 a day on gas just to run generators. Propane, we've been lucky with a few of the churches. Tom Womack and Pastor Jeffrey, they get us propane about every week. Randy in McMinnville, Tennessee, who donated the food trailer, every time he comes back up, he brings us a bunch of propane every time he comes up. So we stay in pretty good shape on that, but it's still a lot of expense. I mean, we get food donations. We go buy out of the Haven Fund for the things that don't get donated, that the people, or that the cook needs to be able to cook for the people. But anybody that thinks the money don't get used on the people, they hadn't seen the whole bank account or the statements, because Miss Leslie stresses over it every day. She said, James, it's going out faster than it's coming in, or it's evening out, or okay, we're a little bit ahead, like we were able to buy 2 vehicles for one young lady and her daughter, and the other one's going to 2 older ladies. They're not here right now, so they've not got to see it, but I think Jeff got the one girl filmed.
Yeah.
Did you get the one with the Hyundai filmed?
Yeah.
With the little girls, so we were able to pass that one forward. And we didn't have to we thank the cash donors for that, because the Haven bought them to get it forward, because our vehicle donations are still coming in, but I like to get them caught up. I think I've still got 3 drivers that need vehicles. And if nothing else, I'll do like I did these 2 and just go buy them. But if people have them to donate or something else, they're more than welcome, and they'll be able to see where they get used at. And they'll get their 501c letter from the Canton Wesleyan Church. We've applied for our 501c, but it hadn't came back yet. But we've got our LLC, we've got our EIN number, we got our nonprofit. All we're waiting on is the 501, but Pastor Amanda Fowler's been kind enough to let us just work on hers. And she does all the paperwork for us, which might take a little bit more time, and it might irritate people, but they will get it. And this time of year right now, it don't really no rush, because they can't use it till next year anyway.
I heard some FEMA vouchers are going to be running out.
FEMA vouchers, hotel vouchers are supposed to be running out the 8th, and I dread it, because I don't know. I think Haywood County's still got over 400 people in hotels. I don't know how many of that 400 is going to run out of the 8th, because some's been extended to May. Not all of them. So I don't know what the percentage of that. I was afraid to even ask what the percentage was. And I had a lady from FEMA and a lady from state government here yesterday, and I didn't even ask them, but they're actually starting to come. They're coming forth to help people. And I know it was a long political jump through hoops, paperwork, and everything else because they couldn't quite do like I did and say, just do it. But anybody says that these people's doing without, they're badly mistaken because they get took care of just like family up here. And I'm sure any of them will tell you that. If they don't tell you that, then they must be somewhere else.
Is there anybody you'd like to recognize that's helped a lot? Or,
Oh gosh,
I know there's several.
there's lots of them. Like I say, Randy from McMinnville, he's a county commissioner in McMinnville, Tennessee. Pastor Amanda Fowler, who does our 501c paperwork, and I help her place people in RVs, and she brings me people that needs RVs. Sam Poteet, he brought the car. He drives 4 hours to bring the cars that I buy for people, and he'll find drivers to volunteer their time, and he'll bring them up and drop them off. And he is actually the one that donated our new bathroom that I think you've already got on video. That who brought the cars up here is who donated it, Sam Poteet. And then we've got, Lord, there's so many of them, Jeff, I can't think of all of them. Of course, we got Miss Leslie keeping the paperwork going, Miss Patricia keeping the Facebook and all that stuff going. And then we got all the people that wants to slam everything, and I still ain't understood why, but all they got to do is come up here and walk in their shoes for a day, and I think that would stop their slamming. Reporters, I agree with Trump about fake media because I've been dealing with it on the first-hand basis. They need to get their stories straight before they advertise them.
Exactly.
County government, I'm so disappointed. I'll never have no use for county government. I have county government that says they're going to come help these people, and they've done nothing but harass these people. They were actually even called out on it yesterday. People to think, I think every donor. I mean, I get Amazon packages every day. I get UPS packages every day, mail packages every day. Every time Miss Marilyn posts a video, everybody watches it. And everything starts coming in. Right now, our biggest need, like I say, is we're trying to upgrade some of the older RVs that were donated, and they were a blessing. They got the people out of tents and got them out of cars. But now I'm to the stage to where we can start upgrading them a little bit. If it's something that needs more repairs than what it's worth, and somebody else donates something better, I'll put them in it. I'll put that family out of the one that needs the repairs in it. And then we can worry about the repairs later, and if it's repairable, then we can use it for somebody else that needs it. And the cars, like I say, I've got 3 people, but I've still had other organizations and even the church that reached out to me and said, hey, I've got this person that needs a car. Can you help them? Or I've got this. So vehicles, definitely. Cash donations, because what don't go for their daily expenses? If it gets a little in the green, I'll do the cars. I'll pay the titles and tags. I'll even put insurance on it for them till they get a job and get on their feet. But I can't do it without all the donors. I mean, I can do a lot of it time-wise, but the donors is what's keeping it going. And basically, many of them, I can't mention them by name. I mean, we've had some donors that have just been unreal. Miss Peggy out of Townsend, Tennessee. That lady's got wings. We've had other groups that come in here promising to help. I won't mention names because I don't badmouth other groups, but don't bring something and say you're helping these people and then want to come 2 months later and take it away from them. Just keep it away to begin with. And they know who they are. I don't have to name who they are. They don't want their things to help these people, then they don't need to promise them to them to begin with. Because I will pull them out of here and tell them to come get their things. Because it's not all about patting on the back. It's not about celebrating to get publicity for yourself. It's about helping these people. Because I know I've not asked for anything. I'm afraid to even sit down and think about how much I've put out myself. Time-wise, money-wise, and everything else. But I'd do it again. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Because I was able to help people. And we'll continue to do so.
That's what we're here for.
That's all we're here for. We're vessels. And the ones that want to do bad and say they do good, they still got the man upstairs to answer to. But I don't. Because I try to do right every day. But if it wasn't people for like Jeff and John Ward, because most of the news stations and everything else, they've gone to Kentucky and California and everything else, and they forgot about us. But we've still got our few that put out the local stuff that's keeping us viewed and letting us not be forgot. But we couldn't do any of it without y'all. Without everybody pitching in, because it takes a team. One person couldn't do it. I couldn't do it by myself. I would have done thrown my hands up and run and hid somewhere. But as long as people keep helping me, I'll keep helping them. And I want to give them a hand up, not a hand out. If they want a hand out, they don't need to come here to begin with. If they want a hand out, they need to go back on how they're living before this. Because they're not going to get a different handout here. Because this is for people that deserve help and won't help. And people say, oh, you brought in homeless people, or you brought in reformed drug addicts. Everybody's got a past. And you can't condemn them for that past. And you can't put them out in the cold for it. Or I won't put them out in the cold for it. And if it be the county that gripes about it, or the state that gripes about it, because actually the federal government praised me for it yesterday. But unless they want to do it themselves and do it their way, then don't talk about how we do it. You know, unless they put my shoes on and walk in them and help the people, then do it themselves and see how that goes with them.
I think you're doing a great thing.
Well, I appreciate it. And I know you are when you come.
Then is cooking in the kitchen. All right. Got some grub for the belly. Hey. What have we got cooking in here?
Meatloaf, sweet potatoes, applesauce, Italian bread and butter, some fruit.
Looks awesome. Yeah, what was your name?
Tom,
Tom? Who are you with, Tom?
I'm with them
Yeah. And y'all came
from Columbia.
South Carolina?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Volunteering?
By way of Pittsburgh. Volunteering.
Helping cook and...
Cook, clean up around here, whatever needs to be done.
Awesome.
So, enjoyed it.
That's some good old food.
And there's fruits. If anybody wants apples, we have some bananas and some oranges.
Yes, quiet out here today. Cold and rainy, you can't blame people for not letting them come out. Cold and rainy. Somebody was working on the barn. Must be cleaning it out some. No. So we got some lumber. There's a little spot cleaned out. Yeah, looks like that needs some work. Need to get this building built. Propane. I think this is all empty. Yep, empty. That's it for this cold, rainy day, but we've got some exciting updates coming your way soon. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them. There's a lot more to come.
Well, I met a man where the road dead ends, had his land on the mountainside. I said, "Are you Farmer James?" He said, "Yep, that's my name." There was a kindness in his eyes. I heard the sound of generators all around. I saw his field full of RVs and tents. There were people displaced by that dang hurricane, trying to start their lives over again. Just west of Waynesville, way up the mountain, I met an Appalachian angel, cigarette in his hand. He's building God's kingdom right there in his field, helping people find refuge at his haven on the hill. He said, "Watch out for the mud, yeah, you might get stuck if you don't have a four-wheel drive. If you want to help too, well, there's plenty to do, long as you have the right heart and mind." He said, "Now don't bring your junk." He looked at me and said, "Son, they need a hand up and not a hand out. And as you can see, God's been so good to me." He said, "I'm just trying to pass it on down." Just west of Waynesville, way up the mountain, I met an Appalachian angel, cigarette between his lips. He's building God's kingdom right there in his field, helping people find refuge at his haven on the hill. Yeah, there's rest for the weary in Farmer James field. God bless those who made it to haven on the hill. God bless Farmer James.